כנס. אחד איתי. עברית, איפה כולם?
הנה, פה.
שם.
אנדרי.
3 שונים בידי. 3 שונים. הכל בסדר, אני מחלץ אתכם, תהיו רגועים. יש.
How should we react to the rescue of the 4 hostages? Well, the first thing, as we've seen, the celebration of their families, of Israel in general, with all that we've gone through, and a lot of pain, a lot of loss, a lot of disappointment, and seeing this drag on. So to get such a piece of news, that to have rescued 4 hostages after all these months, 8 months, is definitely something to be makir tev, to recognize and thank God for. Because it's definitely a miracle. Even though Israeli forces are brilliant and they're tremendous in their strategies, but it's a miracle. It's a miracle. Because you can imagine the enemy, Yamach Shemam, have taken the hostages and placed them amidst civilians all over. That's why you don't find them in one place. So to be able to pinpoint them and rescue them without them being harmed. Now we hope and pray that this should happen with all the rest of the hostages, and this war should come to a quick end, but an end, a proper end, eliminating the enemy Mikol V'Kol completely. It also shows the hand of Hashem, timing. The world, of course, we cannot trust. Look how they criticize. They criticize Israel for saving their hostages, for saving their own people. Others may have been killed. Others were killed. We don't even know. They call the Gaza Palestinian health authorities. Who's the health authorities in Gaza? Hamas. So why don't they just say the terrorist group called Hamas said that people were killed in the process of saving hostages that Hamas took. So instead of focusing on the criminals, you're talking about the rescuers. I mean, it would be like blaming the Jews instead of the Nazis for trying to free themselves from the concentration camps. But I think I don't have to convince anyone of that. So we can't trust that world. But here you see talks and pressure of ceasefires. A ceasefire, as we know, is one way to create a ceasefire. The enemy surrenders, returns all the hostages, stops calling for the destruction of Israel. So God helps that just in the middle of all of that, this little piece of good news comes our way, which hopefully brings some clarity to the right people not to pursue these false attempts for Hamas to win this battle, God forbid. So that's the second thing we learn from it. And the third is that we do not give up. We forge ahead with strength. You don't negotiate with Nazis, with criminals. It's just not, you do what you have to do. Hopefully they can identify and find where these hostages are and then decimate the enemy entirely. The world's going to scream no matter what you do, so you might as well do what has to be done. And of course, then comes the longer term objectives, which requires a total transformation of the Muslim-Arab attitude, including their education, what they teach their children. But that's not for discuss right now. That we've discussed in the past, we will discuss, and hopefully it will be fulfilled.